What's good, y'all? I'm back with another banger in the chamber. And this time, I'm here to give you a full spoiler review of I Know What You Did Last Summer, 2025. Yes, the movie comes out July 18th, but I saw it in advance. Test screening. So I'm going to give you the full review. All the spoilers, all the cameos from beginning to ending. So here we go now. The movie opens with an ocean scene sequence. Next, we are introduced to Ava. She is trying on different dresses for an upcoming engagement party. She ends up choosing a green dress and reminisces about her old high school crew. The engagement party is for Danica and Teddy, whose real name is Theodore. While there, Danica tries to convince Ava to reunite with her ex, Milo. The party is funded / hosted by Teddy's father, Grant. They make a toast and celebrate. Teddy, Danica, Ava, and Milo agree to take a drive, and Danica offers to drive while Teddy smokes some weed. Before they leave, they see an old friend named Stevie. This is a lady, not a man. They all used to be together in high school, but separated from her once she started dealing with mental health issues. Stevie went to rehab after dealing with some issues that involved her father. They all greet each other and invite Stevie to join them like the old times. They take a drive at night during July 4th, Independence Day, and Teddy trolls Danica about stopping the car in danger of hitting someone. But no one is there. They get out the car on the road, and Teddy, who's high, stands in the middle of the road acting foolish. One driver almost hits him, but Milo saves him. Another driver comes and swerves off the road and hits the rail before the car falls to the ground and hits the coastal rocks. The victim is Sam Cooper and grabs Teddy's sweater before falling inside the car. The ladies in the group want to report this to the cops. Teddy says he will take them to the police station, but he lied. Teddy drives them back home and says his father will handle it. Teddy wants the group to swear that they will never tell what happened that night. Everybody reluctantly agrees, and Ava is the last person to agree. At first, Ava is resistant, but agrees because of Danica, but walks off emotionally hurt. The scene switches to a year later with Ava making out and being intimate with a lady named Tyler. Yes, Ava is bisexual. They're at the airport in the bathroom. Tyler asks where Ava is going, which is back to Southport, North Carolina, and coincidentally, Tyler is going there as well. She is a murder podcaster and wants to report about the 1997 incident. Milo picks up both ladies, and Tyler can sense the tension between Milo and Ava. Tyler offers to be intimate with Milo, but Milo ignores it and asks Tyler about how she knows Ava before dropping her off. Milo and Ava arrive to Danica's bridal shower. Stevie is already there and has grown closer to Danica again. Danica broke up with Teddy and now has a new fiance named Wyatt. At the shower, Danica receives several gifts, including one from Milo, which she appreciates. Danica opens a note from a letter which says, "I know what you did last summer." And Danica starts to freak out. She tells the photographer to stop snapping pictures, and she composes herself to let the photographer start snapping again. Danica pulls the crew to the kitchen and shows them the note and tells them she thinks Teddy is behind this due to their breakup. The rest of the crew visits Teddy on his boat and he gets annoyed with them immediately. Teddy yells at them and tells them to leave. Danica is at her home and it's nighttime. She gets nervous about hearing a sound. She gets accidentally spooked by Wyatt, and he says he knows she has wedding jitters. Wyatt assures her everything will be fine and to head upstairs to take a bath. Danica takes a bath with her headphones on. Wyatt walks up to a window where the pool is since the light outside was on. A harpoon gun is aimed his way and is left side of his body between the chest and shoulder. Wyatt is shot again while in the kitchen, staring in a delirious way. Wyatt is severely bleeding on the ground, and the fisherman kills him with the infamous hook. Danica finishes her bath and comes downstairs in a gleeful way. Wedding music is playing, and she finds Wyatt in the living room, hung with a sign above him saying, "You can't erase the past." At the Southport police station, the crew is there to console Danica, and Chief Roberts appears. Danica and Ava head back home and decide to stay together over the night. They discuss what has occurred over the last year and talk about how keeping this secret has affected them both. Next day, the crew get together. They discuss who the killer might be, and Milo has a theory that Ava's new friend Tyler is the killer due to her interest in coming here about the 1997 incident. Teddy's father wiped clean the info about the incident on the internet so tourists wouldn't be afraid to visit. Also, they find out two people are still alive from the past, which are Julie and Ray, former couple. Julie is now a professor. Danica finds Tyler's podcast on her iPhone, and Ava decides to meet up with Tyler at the Bayside store, where the Shivers sisters from the first film were attacked/killed. Ava is convinced that Tyler is the killer due to her behavior and sends a voice message to Stevie to come save her while Tyler is upstairs. The fisherman is right behind Ava and tries to kill her while Tyler is upstairs looking for an exit. Ava slices the fisherman's left arm with a knife and hits him with a sliding door. The fisherman disappears and Tyler meets Ava downstairs. A cage falls and traps Ava, so Tyler runs and tries to escape using a wooden elevator. The fisherman tries to attack her with a hook, but Tyler fends him off. Tyler gets to the second floor and Stevie knocks on the door, but can't enter because the door is locked/latched. Ava unscrews the cage to get loose and unlocks the door so she can go outside with Stevie. The fisherman finds Tyler upstairs and hooks her, then hangs her from the balcony outside to surprise Ava and Tyler. Chief Roberts appears and says that a town meeting will be held the next day. Before the meeting, Ava finds Julie at her university, and Julie asks her, "What did you do last summer?" At her house, Julie tells Ava to find the killer before he finds them. The town meeting at the church features Chief Roberts and Grant telling the community that the killer may be a random, which triggers the new crew to speak up. During them arguing, Ray Bronson that is. Ray appears and speaks up for the crew and warns the chief and Grant that history is repeating itself. Grant encourages people to come to the church to pray with Pastor Judah. Ray owns a bar in South Shore, and Stevie works for him. Ray meets the rest of the crew at the bar and tells them to find the owner of the car, which Sam Cooper used before the fall. So, The crew split up. Danica and Teddy visit the cemetery for clues, while Ava, Milo, and Stevie go to a car company to find the owner of that car. They find out the owner is Judah Gillespie, the pastor. Danica and Teddy ask the cemetery worker to see who placed a recent rose on the grave of Sam Cooper. The worker goes to his shed to check out video footage and gets killed by the fisherman. The former couple waits outside till nighttime to hear a response. Danica wants Teddy to find out what's wrong, so they go their separate ways. Teddy leaves, and the fisherman appears to attack Danica. She runs away and flees to a shed that features a life-sized clam that mermaids lay on. Danica tries to make a phone call, but the fisherman enters. He finds Danica hiding under the wooden floor and they fight. The fisherman slams her head on the clam, and right before he tries to kill her, Teddy shoves him out the way. The fisherman disappears, and the scene cuts to them back at the house. Danica is now resting in bed and is on Xanax. The rest of the crew is there to console her. They agree to all sleep over, and everyone must sleep with someone else for safety. Teddy sleeps with Danica, and Ava sleeps with Milo. Milo and Ava make out, and Milo freaks out when Ava asks him to choke her. She tells him to choke her and that she deserves it. She's into BDSM sex. Milo takes a second to get some fresh air. He steps outside the house and realizes his battery is almost dead. So he goes to his car to get the charger. He closes the car door and tries to enter the house, but the door won't open. He goes to the left side to try and get someone to recognize him, but gets killed and his neck snapped by rope by the fisherman. The fisherman puts Milo in the back seat of the car and drives off. Ava sends Milo a text, and the fisherman responds, "I just need some time. I'll text you when I'm ready." The next day, Teddy goes to the gym and visits the sauna. At the sauna, it gets foggy, and once the fog clears, there's a writing on the glass that says, "You're next." Ava and Danica visit the church to find out about Pastor Judah and speak with Stevie's friend first. Danica asks where the bathroom is, but visits the pastor's room to look for clues. She discovers a book with a picture of Sam and Judah together. The pastor goes to his room to find a different book and sees the big book is opened. He becomes skeptical and tries to see if anyone is in the room. Danica is hiding in the closet, and the pastor takes another book to Ava. They both leave and drive to the police station to tell Chief Roberts that they believe Judah is the killer. The chief thinks the girls are delusional, so he has them locked up in the interrogation room so they can't get out. Danica falls asleep and has a nightmare where Helen Shivers makes a cameo appearance to show Wyatt is dead and tell her that she must pay for her sins. It is July 4th again. Teddy is at his father's house and is drinking outside. There's a motion sensor gate that keeps opening, so Teddy goes inside to check it out. The fisherman is in front of the statue and stabs Teddy twice while fighting. Teddy goes upstairs but is severely bleeding, so he's crawling for help. He sees Grant's girlfriend on the phone, but she doesn't see him while upstairs. The fisherman hooks him again. Teddy's father goes outside and sees Teddy is dying. Grant holds him in his arms, and right as Teddy dies, the fisherman kills Grant too. Next day, the ladies find both guys hanging upside down at the market. Ray tells the girls to leave and get on the boat, so they head to Milo's car where they see him dead in a backseat. Ray assures Stevie that she'll be fine though. The police go to the church to arrest Pastor Judah, but find him dead at the front where the glass is. He's been stabbed and is holding the weapon. The police then look back at the portrait picture to find Stevie is standing next to Sam Cooper, the victim. The three girls are on the boat and Stevie disappears, then reappears as the fisherman. Stevie tells the girls that her motive stems from the death of Sam Cooper, who she secretly loved. She wants revenge and does so by killing their lovers. Danica and Ava fight Stevie on the boat. Ray arrives to the boat in a speedboat. Stevie and Danica fight outside the boat. Well, it's on the boat, but they fight outside. And Danica spits on her. Ha-choo! Ha-tua! Ray has a handgun, and Ava has a flare gun. Stevie kills Danica with a hook, and Ray shoots her as she falls off the boat. But you don't see any bullets when it happens. Ava calls Julie about the killer, but Ava isn't convinced. Stevie is the only killer. Julie realizes from a picture that Ray and Stevie are the killers. They are killing together because remember, Stevie works for Ray at Ray's bar. Ray is the true killer. Julie drives to Ray's bar to save Ava. Ava realizes Ray is the killer due to his left arm being bandaged. Once he takes his jacket off, remember, at the Bayside store, Ava sliced the left arm of the fisherman. Remember that. Ava tries to leave, but the door is locked. Julie comes inside and sees Ava with a knife in her back. Ray comes to Julie and discusses his motive for being the killer. Ray's reason is that he's pissed off at Grant for wiping away the history of 1997 and felt bad for Stevie being abandoned by her high school friends during her time at rehab. He wanted to help her seek revenge and make the town feel the pain again by killing new victims. Julie tells Ray that he's being too nostalgic. As Ray is about to kill Julie, Ava kills Ray with a harpoon gun. This is the same way Ray killed Wyatt in the beginning, the very first kill. After this, Julie drives up to the hills to visit Carla Wilson. Yes, her bestie from the second film, the sequel. Yes. Julie drives up to the hills to visit Carla Wilson to ask for help. Carla's boyfriend is the Old Spice guy, Isaiah Mustafa. Y'all know who that is. Julie receives a note that says, "You shouldn't have intervened." The screen goes to the end credits. Now, after the title card comes up, next scene goes to the mid-credits. Yes, there's a mid-credits scene. It's a year later again, July 4th, and Stevie is alive and living in South America. She reminisces about Sam Cooper being her lover. They have a photo together. The lights go off in the pool area, just like Wyatt in his scene where he got killed. And the fisherman attacks Stevie through the glass door. And that is the very end of the reboot. That concludes this story to I Know What You Did Last Summer, the reboot. So, let me say this. I think this is a good film. This is debatable in terms of ranking as the second best film. I have this as third. They have another film after that, I believe, but it was trash. So for my ranking, I would go the very first film, the second film, and this film, the reboot. The reason why I have this ranked last out of the three that I just mentioned is simply because of the ending. I do not like the ending. I have no issue with Stevie being one of the killers. You know, that's what they do today. They like to have a male and female killer for the sake of equality, aka feminism, which is a topic for another day. But I don't have an issue with Stevie being the killer. It does make sense within the context of the story. My issue is with Ray. Ray was a hero for 2 films. And now you decide to make this man a heel? Like at the age of, I don't even know how old he is in real life, Freddie Prinze Jr. But let's just say he's in his late 40s, early 50s. Now he's going to be a killer because he's mad at a dude who's wealthy, wanting to erase something traumatic that happened in his town? Really? In his town. So he is mad, Ray is mad at Grant for erasing the trauma that happened in Southport, North Carolina, 1997. Just to be factual, that's what he is mad about. And his course of action is, let me go kill other people, innocent people who've done nothing wrong. Really? Now, some of y'all might say, well, they're not that innocent because there is someone that did die in this movie, Sam Cooper. Yes, but they did not run over Sam Cooper, which is very different than the very first film. This guy did not get hit. Teddy was being an asshole standing in the middle of the street, and the dude swerved off, and then he really drove off the railing and hit the rocks where the shore is, the coast is, the coastal area. So, yes, if you're going to go after anybody, technically speaking, sure, go after the father and Teddy, because they're the ones who led to this, where people don't even know about the situation. So I can understand from that standpoint. But everybody else is innocent. Like literally, everybody else is innocent. So no, I do not agree with Ray being the killer. And it messed it up for me. So I think this ending is divisive. Now, I did talk to someone. I will not mention this person's name, but shout out to him. I want to shout out to him because he would know who this is, who I'm talking about. He thinks, the person that I discussed this with, he thinks this is good because it basically fulfills the prophecy from the killer in the first one. I think he was saying something about, I forgot the exact words that the killer said to Ray. Some of y'all would know, but something along the lines like, you're not built the, oh, no, I'm sorry. Ray, I think, was supposedly accused of being the killer in the first one or something like that. And then I think the killer, who was the father of that one son from the second film, I think he said something along the lines of like, you're not a real killer, Ray, or something like that. Pardon me for not having accurate. Something like that. So it's like the prophecy has been fulfilled. But I don't agree with this. This, to me, is like, this is like Dewey turning into a heel in Scream. I know some of y'all may not agree with that analogy, but that's how I visualize it. It's like, where you went through all that in the first 2 films and then was finally able to go through some form of peace because you didn't have to deal with a serial killer anymore since 1997. It's 2025. And that is your thought process. Oh, I'm going to just go kill everybody. I'm going to help Stevie. But I knew Stevie was not the only killer. There's no way, because look, most of the killings, Stevie in this film, she's present when the killing happens. That's one. And number 2, if you look at the dudes in this film, there's no way a woman her size and look, she is kind of tall. She's lanky. Dog, she's not Ronda Rousey or Holly Holm. She's not strong enough to kill these men, especially Teddy. Teddy is jacked up. Like I mean that like in a muscular way. And then the other dude, Milo, I mean, he's a decent size of a man. So it's like in terms of physique. So I'm like, there's no way this woman could get away with killing these dudes. I don't believe it. No, I do not believe it. No. So and if you look at the fisherman when you watch this film, he's bulky. Like in a lot of the scenes, he's bulky. So it had to be a man. There was no way. So I'm like, okay, the Stevie thing is cool, but she's not the mastermind. Ray is really the mastermind, and he's the muscle really too. So, you know, she did catch a couple of bodies, but it wasn't like that. Like when you watch this film, you're gonna say, no, there's no way that she was the killer. It had to be majority of the killing by Ray. Also, Julie, she had more of a glorified cameo. Her cameo is not that important, but her story is about to start again because she's with Carla and someone else. I think there's another fisherman out there wants to kill her now. So I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but Stevie is clearly dead. Well, in my opinion, that's my opinion because the fisherman jumped through the fucking window. I mean, the glass door, in South America at the end. This was the mid credits to go kill her ass. So I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but it's someone else. And now this dude is pissed at Julie. So now remember, there's only been one killer. I mean, sorry, only one new character survived. One, and that's Ava. So I don't know how it's gonna work from now on with this situation. I really don't know. But just to sum this all up for y'all, it's five main characters: Danica, Teddy, aka Theodore, Ava, Milo, and Stevie. Those are the five characters. The other characters is Tyler, Sam Cooper, Grant, and Wyatt. The people that are killed are Wyatt, Tyler, the cemetery worker, Milo, Teddy, then his dad, Danica, and Ray. So if I count that up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 8 kills in this movie in total. The cameos in this film are by Ray Bronson, Julie James, Helen Shivers, Dream Scenario, and Carla Wilson. The 2 killers are Ray Bronson and Stevie. The mid-credit scene, the fisherman gets Stevie in South America. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much to sum everything up. But like I said, overall, this is a good film. I just don't personally like the ending. If you are a hardcore fan, you probably will enjoy it more than I did. I'm a casual fan. But like I said, I still liked it. Please go see this film in theaters. And let me know what you think once you see the film, July 18th. Get your tickets and you will enjoy the show. Next month. So anyways, thank you for watching this. Thank you for listening to this. Salute. What's